Hello, Wolfpack Nation. Derek Paul here with Serve Pro of Cheshire County and Serve Pro of Wyndham and Windsor counties. We're here today for our first episode of the Like It Never Even Happened match recap for the Monadnock Rugby Football Club, the Wolfpack. I'm here with Coach Brad Dufresne. Brad, how are you?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, Derek.
Hey, absolutely. I understand the season kicked off this past weekend, and things started off pretty well. Well, you're coming off of a great season last year. Do you want to fill us in and the fans about how everything went last year?
Absolutely. 2018 was a great year for us. We ended up playing through our fall season, some great competition, and ended up winning our division, which was great. Teams across all of New England. And then followed that up in the spring with a conference championship win in the NERFU championship tournament.
That's excellent. So you've got a quite the pedigree of winning here over the past several months or year or whatnot, and glad to hear it seems like the Wolfpack's continuing to improve and impress. So tell us about, let's do our match recap this past weekend. You guys were down in the Cape.
We were, yeah. So we traveled down to Camp Good News in right outside of Sandwich, Mass. Really great team. We have a good relationship with them. We love hosting them, having them host us. So the weather was a little scary throughout the week, but we ended up getting away with a win. Some soppy, wet fields, so knee-deep mud in certain parts of the field, but we had a good time. Made kicking a challenge, but the scoreline wound up somewhere between 35 and 40 to 12. There's some debate with coaches and referees.
That's just the way it goes with rugby sometimes, right?
Yeah, no scoreboard to keep us honest. So.
Right on. That's old school. That's how we like it. So, good news came out of good news.
Exactly. I love that.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So the threat of inclement weather, obviously you said made things a little sloppy, but came out on top. Dorian sort of left you guys alone for the most part.
Yeah, so we were in good communication with their leadership committee throughout the week to make sure that we had kind of a backup plan and then a plan C as well if needed. But they've got a beautiful field complex down there. It ended up working out for us. Slowed the game down a bit, but we have a lot of lumbering animals that don't mind getting sloppy in the mud.
Love it. Glad to hear it. And as coach, what did you see that the Wolfpack did particularly well? I know it's first match of the season. Can be some rust to knock off from time to time, but what went well in your eyes?
I think discipline to system was really helpful. Understanding we don't do many flashy things whatsoever, so staying within the basics and fundamentals, trusting each other to execute the strategy was really well. We've got a number of great leaders on the team, but our captain, Ryan Bell, was incredible out there with a great voice, kept the tempo right where we needed it. Our play caller on offense, Eli Thayer, did a really good job of ensuring that we were putting the ball in play where needed. We could pick up the speed when needed. So on attack, we were just fluid. On defense, we were ferocious. A number of our players had well into double-digit tackles.
That's excellent. Eli Thayer, heard good golfer too.
I guess so. I can't attest to his golf ability. He's a great fly half on.
Allegedly,
yeah,
sure. That's excellent. And our friends at Branch and Blade Brewing Company, I understand they have their Man of the Match award. Who did that go to this week?
Yeah. Hey Trevor. Hey Jesse. Thanks so much for supporting us as well.
Cheers.
Our Branch and Blade Man of the Match that was chosen by Cape Cod. Our player of the game was Pete Clark. As an open side flanker, he may have had 100 tackles in the game. He was everywhere. Just their defense or their attack was completely squashed by him. A couple special mention, Patch Zorn, a new player for us from Lehigh, could have easily gotten Man of the Match as well. Just a good, solid defensive effort from our loose forwards, our centers, came up, made some big hits. So. And then their Man of the Match was their number 10, so their playmaker, kind of their Tom Brady. He's a grizzly old South African veteran fly half. Incredible player, and he made us pay on a couple mistakes.
Nice, that's excellent. Well, congrats to each of them. That's fantastic. I further down the list, but I think maybe I'd ask now. You mentioned a lot of tackles and the sloppy playing conditions. How do we fare as far as health-wise? Any injuries coming up forth, or are we looking like we're all still together in one piece for next week?
Yeah, knock on wood, we came out healthy. We practiced hard leading up to it, so there were some bumps and bruises, but in 20 years of the sport, I don't know if I've ever felt perfectly healthy, and that's just the way it is. Once the season kicks off, you're going to have little injuries and bumps and bruises that you have to work through, but none of our guys had anything that should impact our lineup for coming weeks.
And their friends at Branch and Blade certainly helped to the recouping afterwards.
Exactly, yeah, therapeutic bubbly, I love it.
Absolutely. Looking ahead, next weekend, who do we got? What's upcoming?
Yeah, so next weekend we are headed to Rutland. It's about 90 minutes from here. So we'd love Wolfpack Nation to come out if you guys don't mind making the trip northwest. Rutland is coming off a bye week, so they had a season opening bye, extra week of rest, but also an extra week of training. So certainly they're going to be prepped for us. There are some huge score lines in our division. We had Freedom 69-0 over Ironsides, Upper Valley 81-0 over Black River. So I know for a fact Rutland is sitting there, saw our close score line, and they want to jump on us because there's some big competition coming down the road for them.
Definitely sounds like there are going to be some tough roads coming up here.
For sure.
Well, that's great to hear, and we look forward to that. Like Brad mentioned, Rutland, Vermont next Saturday. What time again?
1 o'clock kickoff in Rutland, and all the game details can be found on our Facebook page, which is Monadnock Rugby Football Club, and our website, monadnockrugby.com.
That's fantastic. Any, I know you guys do a lot of events and involvement in the community. Anything in the near future here as far as non-rugby related events, or is it you guys just focusing on the matches right now?
No. So we're really excited about being part of the rebirth of Pumpkin Fest.
Oh yeah.
So we're really excited for the city to be getting behind it again, kind of putting it in the right direction, getting some energy behind it. So we're going to be part of the cleanup crew.
Nice.
Obviously, we're hoping that cleanup is tamed and confined to the Pumpkin area, but so our team's getting involved in that. And then we're super pumped to already have the wheels in motion for our Shave to Save event, which will be this winter again.
Yeah.
So we know you're a big part of that. We're looking forward to seeing the stash come back up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
starting to work on it a little bit here.
Yeah.
Getting ahead of the game. So
it's great.
Yeah,
me too. This is 6 hours old.
Yeah, I saw you last night. It wasn't even there, but no, that's great. It's an awesome event, and we'll certainly have more details as that comes up. And I'm glad to hear you guys will be helping to make the Pumpkin Fest like it never even happened once it's completed there.
Exactly.
Love the event, great event, and you did mention where people can find you online, and appreciate your time, and congrats on the opening week victory. And we hope you all will come check out their game this coming weekend over in Vermont and Rutland. And thanks again, Brad.
Awesome. Go Pack. Thanks so much, Derek.
Go Wolfpack.